you to make contact.
Hey!
Hey!
Evening, fellow Spectre detectives. Are you all right?
Oh,
Yes,
Long time
You?
no see.
I know, ages. Too long.
too long.
We're Bev missing tonight. Poor Bev has to go to work in the morning, 1:30. She has to get up. Well, that's because you're a key worker, and I know yous are, doing your bit. But poor Bev's picking people shopping.
I'm all
At
right. I'm on my
1:30.
2 weeks holiday.
Oh, good you are.
Yeah.
I've been off today. I've been decorating. So any extra grey hairs is gloss. No, I'm joking, really, because I've been in the bath. So tonight, I thought we would talk about 30 East Drive.
Yay.
Because I watched the programme on, is it really? When Nick Goff and Katrina were at 30 East Drive, and we've had the privilege of visiting twice. And there wasn't just us, there was 10 of us. But we had a really good night the first time we went, didn't we? It was quite airy, to say the least.
Yeah, the first one was a bit more scary than the second, but I actually liked the doll in the second one.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah,
You wanted to bring it home, didn't you?
I don't even like dolls.
I know, but she liked you. Do you know something? Talking about that doll, I'd never ever thought about. I know that objects can be haunted. I know that, but when they say about dolls, haunted doll, like the Annabelle thing and all of that, I'm a bit on the fence about that. But I tell you something: when we went to East Drive and you were putting her hair right and getting to know the doll and being dead friendly, and I said this on the night, but pity it wasn't caught on film. I swear that she moved her eye briefly and looked at me.
Probably did, because she got better.
But Joe saw it as well. It wasn't just me. Joe saw it for a split second. She wasn't looking ahead. She looked to the right, not ahead. Her head didn't move, but I did, and I just thought then, bloody hell, there is something. You know what I mean? I'd never thought about it before, but you got really, really friendly with the doll, didn't you?
Yeah.
I can't even remember what the doll was called. It was the brunette, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I saw the pictures the day on my phone, and it just where my face looked different, and then there was a random hand, and some of the pictures I've got are really bizarre when I'm sat with that doll.
Well, when you were sat on the floor next to the doll, I've got a photograph of you, and for a start, you look like you have bunches in your hair. You didn't have bunches in your hair, and you had the most bizarre face full of makeup. Like, can you remember? You looked like you'd had two clown rings on it, red.
Oh, like Aunt Sally.
Yeah, that's what her face was like. I still got that photo. It's bizarre. You didn't go. I mean, I know your makeup's bad, and you're not that good at putting it on. In fairness, but you don't look like Aunt Sally.
Definitely not like Aunt Sally.
Shana, I like having you on. I like taking them out, yeah. But the first time that we went to there, I think, I got interviewed by Jo Dutfield, and she asked us about it. And it was the night where I got hit in the stomach on the stairs. Hannah had her leg pulled on the stairs.
Then nearly got thrown down the stairs.
Yeah, but that was Lorraine's fault. That wasn't mine.
That was the bang, wasn't it? Coming out of the lads' room, and you and that, and of course me, was on top of the stairs, and it was like stampede.
I know, well, we don't. I mean, we take the mick out of people that usually do fight or flight, don't we? But we were in that.
Loud.
We were in that room, and something banged on the chest of drawers. Bad, like proper bang, and I don't even know why, because I'm not really a scaredy cat. But me and Lorraine were doing a run for the door, and you lot were in the doorway, and Joanne was at the top of the stairs. It was funny. You know, it wasn't funny because if you'd gone down them, you'd have really.
I'd have only bounced.
Well, bounced. You might have bounced off your head. But yeah, Dean told us off that night. I got told off of Dean. Stop it. I'm going to blame Lorraine. That's Lorraine's fault.
Yeah.
But yeah, that happened. And then when we watched the CCTV, we got that full-bodied apparition. I've got that on video. I'm going to share it in a minute. People want to see it. It's quite hard to make out, but I have zoomed in.
Once you see it, you can't not see it.
I know, but how can I point it to people? How can I point it out to people?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? I'm not that technically minded. You know when people put like arrows on the videos and like they go along, I can't do that.
No, me neither.
I do it like it's an app on my phone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, well, take it from the CCTV, upload it onto my phone, share it to YouTube. There's no like, I can turn it black and white. That's probably about as much as I can do. Yeah. But you can see it. You can see it, the movement of its arms, and you can see it's like a heat haze. But like Shana says, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Exactly.
I'll play it anyway. Oh, Catherine's on. Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
Hi.
Right, I'll play this video. I'll play the normal version first.
Yeah.
And then
see who spots it first.
And then I'll do the zoomy in, and I'm not joking, but the zoomy in doesn't really make it much clearer. I think the further away version does. But I'll put it on, see what happens. Actually, it's slowed down on here. It must be because it's flagging. It's actually easier to see when it's slowed down.
Yeah, I see it. I start now.
There, right in front of the curtains.
Yeah.
See, that's another thing with that programme on Really. Oh, Shirley, you're at the bottom now.
Yay!
They caught a figure going behind the door. And I can't remember which door it is. I think that was the dining room.
It was the far door, you know, the one that's like into the hallway.
Yeah.
That was that door. That was daylight.
I think it was. They caught it going from the kitchen down the passage, didn't they?
Yeah.
We caught this going from that door across the living room. But it walks into a wall.
No. They were upstairs the same way we were. So
yeah, we weren't in the room.
Yeah,
we were upstairs.
So they were upstairs, and so were we. Which was
I'll put the blown up version, but I don't think it's any clearer. I think it's worse. There, it's in front of the curtain now.
Yeah, I vaguely saw that.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it, but the first one was better.
Yeah.
I think it's better when I was just trying to point it out to people because loads of people say I can't see it, and I get it because he's see-through. Yeah. And I don't know why. I do reckon he's a man. It looks male to me. It doesn't seem very feminine to me. But I mean, it might not be. Well, I know they call him Fred, but he's not called Fred. He told us his name was Michael.
Michael.
Or that could even be Mr. Pritchard, couldn't it?
It could be.
Because he doesn't look very monk-like neither. It doesn't look like he's wearing a robe. It looks like he's wearing a jumper to me. I don't know, like a cream jumper.
That's my phone. I'm watching you guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're on
that's good.
I tell you what else happened that first night. The shoelace incident.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shoelace incident.
Yeah, Leslie.
I've got that on film as well. So we were sat doing, I wasn't because I was recording it, we were doing a live feed, but you were doing table tipping, and it was during the live feed where somebody said, Leslie's, well, they didn't say Leslie because I don't think they knew it was Leslie, but the shoelaces were moving. So we homed in on that, didn't we? And asked them if they could move the shoelace. I've got that video as well. I'll play that. And I'll tell you what else happened. The portal said my name in full.
Did it?
Remember that?
Yes, I do. Yes.
And that was a woman. It was a female. It wasn't the monk. So do we think it's haunted by a monk? I mean, I know the history, and I know it's supposed to have been that monk that killed the little girl, and there's, and it's on an ancient site, and I know that they had a battle there, didn't they? Right there. But I don't know. Do you think it's a monk?
I think there's an energy of a monk, but I mean, to be honest with you, we didn't really pick on him much, did we?
No. I mean, Shana did once when her voice went all weird, and she was talking about a monastery. Remember that? And you were describing the tiles.
That was
nuns or something.
Yeah.
That was, like when we were near the coal shed, but in the house itself, it was more other energies we were picking up.
There was lots of things coming in and going, wasn't there?
Yeah.
We couldn't really tie it down. I mean, if you remember, when we knocked on the little bedroom door, it would open. We asked if we could come in. Yeah. It would open and that. Did something move in the dining room? Or did we just kept seeing movement in the dining room?
No, something moved. Something
Didn't
moved.
it move my camcorder case or something?
Yeah, and then it was rustling in the bags when we were in the living room.
We had Buffy. It was looking for a sarnie.
It was.
I'll tell you what, I just remembered.
Well,
when my voice changed on that first visit, we was in exact same room, and I wasn't far away from when we went the second time when I was sat by that doll.
Yes, and you were sat on the floor.
Yeah,
both times.
Yeah.
Ooh, that might be something. Well, I don't know whether we'll ever go back. I'm not sure. To be honest with you, it's so fully booked constantly.
Yeah.
They must. I mean, poor spirits. They must think, "Oh my God, here we go again."
But they've had a year out.
They have had a year out. That's true.
Yeah, a year out. They'll be raring to go.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they've been hiring it through lockdown. People's been going and they've been getting nothing. So what's that about?
I know. I don't know.
But people have been going. You're not allowed to travel.
Well, I don't know if I don't know who them people are. I've just shared them on our screen. Somebody put I would have an accident, and somebody put hi all. The only thing is, it just comes up as Facebook user, and I don't know who it is. So whoever you are, hi.
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 Don't know who you are. I don't know. I don't know how people have been going, to be honest. I mean, we haven't done anything.
No.
Everything stopped for us. I mean, they are going to start again. We're going to be doing some outdoorsy stuff.
Yeah.
Until things get back into the swing of things. And we have got some planned for when Mr. Boris,
Yeah.
Oh, it's Angela. Hi, Angela. But I'll tell you what, I'll share this video on the shoelaces and see what everybody thinks.
I'll put it online.
Yeah.
You just filled that one in.
Someone said when the light was on, the shoelaces were moving. How about Blade and Races? Something upbeat always gets a table
Leslie,
going.
yours are. They are. I've just seen that. That is mental.
What's that?
Leslie, put your foot back.
The laces were moving.
They are. There.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God.
Can you undo the laces?
Come on, move them laces.
What did you see?
There.
Way! Well done.
That wasn't me.
No, you couldn't move them like
You
that.
can't.
They pulled from the bottom. Can you move the other one?
The one that's in front.
Can you move that one?
What is it if I'm playing a song that it can't be recorded, can it? No.
There it is, but that's the wrong lace.
Can you totally pull the lace out?
It's funny. Hey, I love the way we like, yay!
It's
It's
nice
more
when
well
something
explained.
happens, isn't it?
Well, I know, but that's what I mean. It can't be a monk. I don't think a monk would be like, I'm just going to pull your laces. Do you know what I mean? That's childlike to me.
It is, yeah.
And I think the little girl is meant to haunt, which would make sense, I suppose, for your bunches in your hair.
Yeah, when I didn't even have any.
No, so that might, and maybe she put your makeup on.
Yeah, she might need to go to makeup school.
Yeah, but it was a grand effort, to be honest.
Was.
You did look well. You look like Aunt Sally. Right, who have we got on? Oh, we've got Karen Clift, we've got Jeanette, we've got Lorraine, we've got Fiona, we've got Angela. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
We're just talking about East Drive, amongst other things. We didn't have any marble chucking, did we? Because that
No.
tends to be the norm. That didn't happen for us. We didn't have any knives chucked. You did
Pram
have your
didn't
leg
move.
pulled. Eh? Oh, no, the pram didn't move. No. I tell you what did move. I had CCTV on the landing, taped
Yes.
with duct tape,
Yeah.
really badly taped, and that was moving.
Mhm.
And that got moved like a lot. It was shaking, that.
Didn't the clock move as well?
I can't remember.
We were stood at the bottom. What? Or was that the second time?
We were sat on the
can't
stairs at one point,
Yeah.
but that was the second time. We all
Yeah.
sat on the stairs. I tell you what we did get the first time. We got, Lorraine was sat in the chair and there was a black cat on the back of her chair. Got a photograph of the black cat. We don't know whose cat it was. Might have been her cat, actually. And we got an EVP in the kitchen of a man. But it can't be the monk because he spoke.
Yeah.
Because you know, and I know, when we've investigated places that have monks, they won't talk to you, will they?
No.
Vow silence and all of that. It's very rare that they'll talk to you. So I'm not, I mean, I know it's supposed to be the Black Monk of Pontefract, and maybe it is, and I'm not here to say that it isn't because I don't know, but I don't think we've experienced a monk.
No.
I tell you what, there is experienced. I know the people experience that black mist, hence why I think it gets called the Black Monk of Pontefract, because a black mist gathers momentum like a smoke.
Yeah, peers, yeah.
We have caught that on CCTV, and it was in the same room that we nearly pushed you down the stairs. You know, the Phillips, is it Phillips room?
Yeah.
The medium-sized one, not the
Yeah,
the
where
main
them
one.
posters were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
where there was, yeah.
it was the girls' room where the door, we'd knock on the door and the door would open, and then it was A's room where the big bang on the drawers.
Yeah, well, that in that room is where we got the black mist, and it's right. It's on their wall in between the boiler cupboard and the door. There was a little bit of wall, wasn't there? And that's where the black mist comes. Now, didn't something happen in that room? Lorraine might remember. Didn't the bed move, or didn't it feel like somebody sat on the bed? Or
Yeah, I think it did, yeah. Now you come to mention it, because I remember Lorraine shrieking.
I'm sure it did. I'm sure when she was sat on
She's
it.
put, yes, I remember.
I'm sure when she was sat on it, I'm sure it was Lorraine, or unless it was Leslie. Or it might have been Jo. Jo's funny. Jo is hilarious when she was, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I mean, even in that film there, when the...
Are we going yet? Are we going yet?
That was
when the shoelaces were moving. Eh?
Wasn't that as soon as we got in the building? Are we going home now?
Yeah, oh, are we? Let's say the prayer. Let's say the prayer. Let's go home. Let's... Jo, we haven't even got the buffet out the bag yet. Oh, I don't care. Let's not...
No, it wasn't a buffet, Lee, it was a banquet.
It was. I know, but it was a long night, and it takes a lot of energy to investigate. I'll play this one. I haven't brought all the footage on here because, to be honest with you, there's stacks, and I didn't really want it. Oh, Lorraine's put, yeah, I'm sure the bed went down as if someone sat beside me. I thought it was you, Lorraine. It was the bed did go down. I can't remember what else. There was quite a lot happened in that room. I think the CCTV camera got moved as well in that room, but it seemed to be.
Didn't the airing cupboard, Elaine? Something about the airing cupboard. You know the big cupboard in his room.
Yeah, we went in, but I can't remember why.
Someone.
We hearing noises coming from it or something.
Aye.
And we opened it.
Yeah. But when we opened,
go on.
When we opened it, it sort of it was like I don't know. It was like a little scratching. You know, like.
Yes, it was scratching. Yeah.
But when we opened it, it was like thing, and then we would just talk amongst ourselves, and then it would happen again.
Well, that happened all night, didn't it? As soon as we took our attention off it,
Mm-hmm.
it was like we were hearing knocks. And I seem to remember, I think as well, I'm trying to compare it with that programme to what we had. And I know it's dramatised, and I know like it was really over dramatised, I thought. And I tell you what I didn't like as well, and I'm going to sound like a proper old fart, but there was swearing constantly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just thought, when we've been in predicaments where we've been scared, haven't we? And we've never swore or,
No.
you know what I mean? I mean, yes, we do swear, and the odd thing pops out, you know, like, oh, yeah, you know what I mean? But it was just like, we never felt like we were getting possessed when we were in there. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I feel a demon. I feel it. Yes, the house was oppressive, and it was, but it's bound to feel oppressive when it's investigated nearly every night of the week. It's, do you know what I mean? It's bound to get it. It has that feeling. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm sure we were sat in the living room and we heard somebody coming down the stairs, and I think they experienced that. I'm sure we heard something on the stairs. I can't remember. But I got a photo of a black mist on that stair, on the stairs. I can't remember. It was one of them nights. It was scary the first time we went. If you remember, none of us dared go for a wee on our own.
This is right. Yeah, this is true.
We didn't. Oh, I tell you what else we smelt. Now this was bizarre, and I'm sorry if there's any men watching, but you, Shada, you know where I'm going with this, don't you? When we went in that outhousey bit where they've got all of the newspaper cuttings, and it's like is it an outhouse? What would you call that?
Yeah, it's like an old washout place.
Yeah, like a back place or an outhouse. We smelt a woman's odor, like she was on a period. That's the only nice way I can really put it. Can you remember that? Yeah. It was vile. And they smelt an awful smell, and I don't suppose they wanted to say that on camera, but that's what it smelt like. It smelt like that, and I'm sure you pointed it out, Shana, and I smelt it as well. It was like a
yeah.
But you think about it, Elaine, right? Like back in the day, like I don't, you know, when it was maybe the ancient grounds, I don't know what these women used. So it might have had something to do with that. You know what I mean?
Lorraine's, but I'm sure Joe blamed me for grabbing her, and I was nowhere near. It must. Do you know what though? I'm not joking, right? I don't even remember
that.
I don't know if Joe's watching. But if I was a spirit at East Drive and Joe rocked up and she was crapping herself, and I mean she was crapping herself, wasn't she? She was kneeling up our bums. I'd make a beeline for her, me. I absolutely would have had a life.
Easy target.
Yeah, it's funny. So yeah, I do remember Lorraine. I do remember Joe getting crapped, and nobody was there. And it was probably at that point where she said, "Can we go now? Can I say the prayer?" Funny. It is funny. I mean, it was a good night. The first time was really, really good. Karen's put one good thing about lockdown is you've all been able to catch up and reminisce and remember. Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
it's been nice.
I can't wait to get back out though. and investigate, because we have got some belters lined up. And Shana, you didn't come last time, but at Halloween we're going back to concert. And I'm sure you were your mum's or something, weren't you? Or you were abroad.
I was in London.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, you get about. Did you have a date with Jack the Ripper or something?
No, not that time.
But it's really good. We caught a nun there. Got a photograph of a nun. Mm-hmm. She obviously thought that I was very much like her, being a nun.
Yeah.
What's this one? I'm just having a bit play, Lorraine. I was really scared when we were all coming out of the bedroom. Me and Elaine were the last ones out, and the drawers banged. Yeah, we've already said that. We nearly killed Hannah. It was hilarious. It's like a rugby tackle, wasn't it? Scrum out.
I don't think it will be the last time that'll happen somehow.
Do you know something? Did we catch that on CCTV? Because that would be hilarious to watch.
I don't know. I don't know if we were out of shot. I don't know.
I can't remember. Or even if
this way, there would have been the commotion. You would have heard that.
It was hilarious. Right, I'm going to put this video on, and this is the one where the porter said my name. And it was the first time, but this lady has said my name a few times after. So she's not just at East Drive, she's come along. So she's either a relation of mine or a guide, I'm guessing. Lorraine's put, I remember getting wrong off Dean. I've already said that. He told us off, didn't he? We got to. Oh, like a couple of naughty school kids. Honestly, hilarious. Right, I'll put this on.
At least you can have a laugh on our investigation.
Did you say David?
Elaine Kelly.
What?
Oh my God.
They didn't. I tell you something. It didn't say Nick Goff. Just joking. I can just be famous. Oh, Lorraine's joined late. Yeah, I know. Where have you been? Always late at the party. You should have been on here, and we could have had a bit crack. So, anything else that we can remember from East Drive? Anything else you want to talk about? Do you want a counselling session or anything?
Do they want to ask some questions?
Yeah, if you want to ask some questions, fire them along. I can grab my diary, actually, and see what's coming up. Actually, I'm saying that and grab my diary. I don't even know where it is. I'm decorating, and my house is upside down, to be fair. Right. Top of my head, what's coming up? We have Croxdale Community Centre, and unfortunately, it's full. So it's pointless even advertising that. Yeah, we have the No, I know, but I love Croxdale. Because if you remember, we had that horrible entity there, and I want to go back and make sure it's not there.
I hope Jeanette's coming.
Yeah, Jeanette's down. Jeanette's down for Croxdale. She better not bottle it. The welcome in.
We've already had one bail out.
Welcome in. Welcome in. We've got that coming up. Can't remember the date. I'd have to share that. That's at Bishop. We've got some available at Spennymoor Workmen's Club, and that's never been investigated before. Jeanette's put yes, no, mate. Do you know something? I never got the settlement again. I don't know. No, it was a weird night, that wasn't it?
Near that.
It's not far away. It's round the corner, isn't it?
Yeah, just round the corner.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah.
My school friend owns it.
Oh. Do we get? Well, actually, it's closed, so we've got the run of the place. Then, for those who dare, we have Mainsforth Community Centre.
Yeah.
Wrap up warm. It's freezing. In November.
It's freezing in the summer, that place.
For our 10th birthday. So there you go. Right, hang on. I'm gonna.
Oh, we need cake then.
Oh, Jeanette provided us with a birthday cake last time we came there. Who's this? I can't wait to do another investigation with you all. You're going to have to tell us who you are, because I don't know why. It's just saying Facebook user. I think it's because I'm sharing to YouTube. and Facebook. And I don't think it knows the two. But for some reason, it knows Lorraine and Jeanette.
And Karen.
And Karen. They must be on the wanted list. They must be on there. Bar these off. We're going to name them. And I try and think what else we've got. Oh, we're going to Weston-super-Mare, which is going to be really, really weird, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And we've got Pendle, which isn't a public one. We're going to go and check it out and see if we can, in the hope of doing a public one. It's
going to be awesome, that.
I can't wait.
I think we'll need our hiking boots on, to be fair.
Yeah.
Looks a hell of a walk.
Do you know the route he's taking us on, Elaine, or no?
No, he's going to message us with it. What's this? Oh, it's Karen Jones. Hiya, Karen. Are you all right? Oh, Lorraine saying I clicked something to give permission. Ah, right.
Ah.
There you go. And Jeanette's put, oh, exciting, that mind. Oh, and I tell you where else we've got, but it's March. March next year, talk about being ahead of the game. And I usually am, mind. I'm usually a year ahead, but obviously last year and this year is just going to be picked up.
Yeah. You weren't organised for this year, were you?
Well, no.
For this year.
To be honest with you, I was dead organised for last year and I was sick of giving everybody the money back. And giving everybody the money back isn't a problem. But when you were having to issue refunds and transfer funds, and oh my God. So I just thought, you know what? I'm not going to book any. So I didn't. And it's only when Boris said about the lifting that I've started booking them. But I'm ahead of the game. So March 2022 is the Falstaff experience. We're going to Stratford upon Avon. And I won't say too much, but it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old and haunted and massively haunted.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna do something, go big.
Go big or go home. We'll definitely use the kit then.
I know, and I'm pleased I got that demonology kit.
Exactly.
What's this? It's a fantastic place. Jeanette, I've never been. This little lass doesn't go far from Coundon, to be honest with you.
No, me neither.
It looks lovely.
I do.
Well, I know, but you just like horse muck, never off the roads, to be honest.
Yeah.
And you're from Blackpool.
I'm only seeing the sites because of spectre
we need
detectors.
To then, don't we?
We do need to go to Blackpool, and I want to go to Morecambe. I want to go to that Winter Gardens
Theatre or something.
That's closed to Blackpool, isn't it? There's a theatre close to Blackpool. It's just been announced, which is a massive shame.
Grand Theatre.
One of them. I saw it on the telly.
Jeanette, do you not fancy coming to where is it, Elaine? In March?
Stratford.
Yeah.
Stratford upon Avon. I don't know. I think it's 10 p.m. until we get sick, and I think it's £40 a person off the top of my head. And it's limited. There's only 10 public, ideally. So I don't think it's because it's not a big place, but I have a feeling, like little old places are little rooms, aren't they? Like the Dun Cow.
Yeah, because it's like Dickensy worldy, isn't it? It's
and I don't think that, and I think that's why it's limited numbers, because I think if you go any more than that, I think you're going to have to split up, because you're going to be like proper on top of each other, aren't you?
Don't want to be splitting up in that place.
Yeah, I mean, like 10's enough at East Drive, isn't it? You wouldn't want. I mean, I know you're limited to 10, but there's a reason. Unless you wanted to split up, 10's enough. I mean, 10 filled that living room, didn't it? I mean, we were running out of places to sit.
Yeah,
and
I think. Sorry, go on.
I was just thinking that them little places, like them Tudor places, they're little because they were little back then. They were short, weren't they?
And the historic. Yeah. And like there'll be listed buildings as well.
Oh, Lorraine, where did you say? It's Stratford upon Avon. Don't ask me how we get there. I have no idea.
Would fly.
I just booked it. It does look good. It was recommended when I put it on the page asking if anybody knew where we wanted to go. That one got two messages. Everybody said Chillingham Castle. And do you know something? I'd love to book Chillingham Castle. But not when it's going to work out at about £70 per person. And you're only allowed 4 hours. I mean, we couldn't set our equipment up in an hour.
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's just not worth it. Don't get us wrong, I've been to Chillingham Castle. I went with Kev and we went for the day out and it is active. You can tell it's active. I caught things during the day on camera. It was only my normal camera. And I've got no doubt that during the night, it's as scary as out. And I get it. But how do they expect you to investigate it in 4 hours?
Exactly.
It's a castle. It's
the
massive.
Thing is, as well, Elaine, I don't know whether when you were there, if you went in the grounds. We went, and there's loads of grounds to cover.
There is.
You know, there's the hanging trees, there's the lake, there's the mound, there's the witches' mounds, there's all sorts, and you just haven't got the time to do it. Whereas if you go during the day,
like the dungeon. You could spend an hour in the dungeon.
Yeah, exactly. We spent all day there.
If you're wanting to investigate something like totally, 4 hours. I mean, we can spend 4 hours in a pub.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean getting tanked up. but honestly, an average investigation for us is 4 hours, isn't it?
Yeah.
If we do like a community centre, we have it for at least 4 hours. And I tend to get it for 5 because I know that an hour's setting up the equipment.
This is it.
Yeah, it takes an hour to set up and about 10 minutes to get it down.
Yeah, 10 minutes to get down. I know, but it's because we're thorough. We have to place it in the right places, don't we? And we like when you take it down, you're just whipping it down.
Look, when we went to Newcastle in that castle, look how long it took us. Look how long it took us to set it up then because of all the stairs and whatnot.
I know.
And then crossing the road to go to the toilet.
I know. I've never been to a venue that it didn't have a toilet before. Have you ever approached Walworth Castle? I did approach Walworth Castle. Sorry, I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's still Karen. And they told me I would have to hire the whole castle and it would be £1,200. And that was about 4 years ago. So the price will have gone up. Then, so I think that's more or less their way of saying, no, we don't want you. Really.
Oh, it well miffed him if you'd gone, oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right, then.
Yeah,
I'll have it for 2 nights.
Yeah.
My answer was, and I don't think it'll have done me any favours, I'm not Yvette Fielding. That's what I said. Unfortunately, I'm not Yvette Fielding.
The thing is,
they would pay it.
No, I mean, the thing is as well, Elaine, we like to go small because Spirit seem to interact with those small groups. Where if we go large, you know,
it gets too. Do you know something? And this is my biggest regret. Right, many years ago, and they don't allow it now. I hired the Trincomalee. You know the HMS Trincomalee at Hartlepool, the ship.
Yeah.
And we were the first group ever allowed on there. Most haunted, they'd asked and they'd got refused. And we were the first group allowed on. And it was quite expensive to hire. Obviously, it was a ship. And I had to make the group quite big because I was trying to keep the money down by making the group bigger. And you know something, it was hard work. I wished I'd charged more now and kept it to like 10 or 15. And you know something, we hadn't been going pretty long and we weren't, I'm not going to say we were crap. We were finding our feet and we didn't have a great deal of equipment. We didn't have a portal. Didn't have a spirit box, nothing like that. And now I think if we could do that now, but they won't allow it. It's been taken over now by the Navy.
Yeah.
And they won't allow it. And you know, and you just think, oh, if we went now, it would be amazing. I know it would. But never mind. It's the way it is. Right, what's this? Karen said, wow, that's ridiculous. That's a shame because it's so active, I know. I wonder if you're allowed to book Castle Museum at York, Catherine. I think I've asked. I'm pretty sure I have. Emma, I would love to go to Pendle with you if you do it for public. We did Stockton with your Kindred team for. All right, yes. The Georgian Theatre.
Yeah,
Can you remember the
my
Kinner
best
and Lock
friend.
came to the Georgian Theatre? You had loads of things going on with the table and that, didn't you?
Yeah.
That was good as well. Quite like the Georgian Theatre.
I had my best friend.
You always have a best friend. Was it a fella?
I don't know. It had a really weird witchy nose.
You're talking about me, are you?
No, this time it wasn't you on my shoulder.
Was it me stalking you?
When I was crying.
I got scratched at the Georgian Theatre. Can you remember? It was just before all the Kinner and Lock came.
Yeah.
Just put my hair right. And I was saying to you one night, oh my God, don't tell them. don't tell them I've just been scratched. It was on my eye, wasn't it? It scratched me on my eye.
Scratched right on your eye.
It bloody hurt. Oh, Lou's on. Hi, Lou.
Hi, Lou.
Hi.
But I'm sure I've approached lots of places for next year. Big and better, like proper biggies. I've approached a fair few castles. I've approached a fantastic museum. And later in the year, I might have a big venue at Durham, and I can't say where because I don't want people to be pestering the life out of these people before we get it arranged, because you know what it's like.
Yeah.
So that's not me being all like, ooh, nobody else deserves to go but us, but it's a right pain for the people when you say, oh, we go in here.
Yeah.
And then like they just get inundated with people. Lorraine's saying your mic's not very good, Shana. It's probably because
I'm using my phone.
Well, because you're a bit away as well. And you're being all quiet. You're usually a little bit more gobby than this. Good job, Bev's not here. Bev would be gobby. Right now she'll be asleep.
For sure now our shy side.
But I tell you something though, what's this? When we go back to Mainsfith, do you think Beamish would allow you? No, I've asked Beamish. It's a no. People live there. It's a definite no. Mainsfith was where it all started out for us 10 years ago. And I still think it's one of the most active places around. That's another place that I don't go to the toilet. I'll tell you why I don't go to the toilet, because I've been locked in the toilet at Mainsfith. It wouldn't let me out. And another time I got locked in. You know, when you're going out of Mainsfith, there's two doors. There's the place where we have a cuppa, and you can go out that way. Yeah. Now, going out that door, there's a little lobby, and I got locked in there. Yeah. I got locked in there, and there's no lock on the door.
I got locked in Spennymoor Bowls toilet.
Yes, you did.
It's but funny how they always pick on us at the toilets.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you're on your own.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, isn't it? It's like, ooh, yeah. You look very relaxed sat there.
We'll have to keep a diary of all these toilets we get locked in.
But I'm not going to write a book about it. What can I call it?
It's because so if we go back, we know not to go in singly, because we may be shouting forever.
I tell you where else I got locked in at. Don't go just cross your legs, Jeanette. But I tell you where else I got locked in at, and that was bizarre. Can you remember when we were at Stanhope Railway? And I went back on the train to get something, and I got locked in.
Yeah,
and I was locked in a train carriage miles away from you lot, and you were in an office. And I was shouting,
having cake.
and I was shouting out the window like an idiot. And I panicked. I really did panic because it slammed the door behind us. I heard it shut.
I always wanted to go back on that train because that, like, you know, when we first got on it, right, you know, the Polar Bear Express, that one, the big, massive, long one that was never ending. We had a spirit chasing us.
Yeah, when we were staring at it, and it was like, it's getting closer, it's getting closer, it's getting closer. And we decided to move.
Was that the conductor or something?
No, it looked as if, to me, it was like more army, but they did have that type of hat on.
Because you got a photo of a conductor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like, right, we're getting them to right at the far end of the train, and it was like a warning. We couldn't like go any further, so he was wanting us to back off. and you lot were talking, and me and Shane was like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. There was that urgency, and that was nearly like a panic push. And we were like,
you know what, was he carrying his kit bag or something? Wasn't it where the kit bag used to go, in the carriage or something?
Yes,
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, because I mean that it was in the magazine, that picture. We sent it to the magazine. It was a
great picture, though. It was a really good picture.
Yeah.
If you're going further afield, you definitely need to go to Ravenglass. I've never heard of Ravenglass.
I've heard of that one.
Have you?
Yeah.
Where have I been? Have I been under a rock or something? Because I've never heard of them.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good.
Cumbria's not that far either.
No, it isn't. It's near Pendle. It's not. It's in that same area.
To be honest with you, there's loads of places I would like to investigate. And if they're owned by the National Trust, chances are you're never allowed to. So I would like to do Washington Old Hall. It's got links with George Washington and that, hasn't it? You're not allowed to do that. You were years ago and you're not now. I'd like to do Beatrix Potter's house.
Oh, yeah.
That would be lovely. I've not even bothered asking, because when I saw that it was owned by the National Trust, it's not. It's not really going to be.
Things might have changed now, you know, with lockdown and stuff, because they've been wanting money.
They're wanting money now.
So things might change, you know. Maybe it's for the good, Elaine, like where paranormal's concerned.
Do you know? I get why they don't want people to go. I get it. I get
I do.
The Ouija board and all of that. I get it. But it's so difficult when you don't use them. Do you know what I mean? And you're dying to say, look, we aren't going to mess things up. We aren't going to, you know, people just come back to us to chat, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, they tell us they're going, if you remember. Oh, we're going now. Good night. All right, are you off then? Do you know what I mean? It's like they get bored. They pop back, tell the story, they play for a bit, and then they go.
Yeah.
You know, we don't do the whole provoking thing and Ouija board and, you know, how we do something where, you know, you think you know, you're hard and you're not, and you we don't do any of that. And it's but I get it, because unfortunately everybody's tarred with the same brush. And that's the way it is. Unless it's word of mouth. Unless somebody knows how we work and we've been somewhere, and then they turn around and say, you know, if you want to get a group in, get Spectre detectors because they do this and that. I mean, like Jill at the Dun Cow, she doesn't have anybody else, because and that's not me blowing sunshine up our bum. It really isn't. It's just she knows that, for one, we're trustworthy.
Yeah.
You know, we're walking around their premises, their house.
Yeah.
You know, we're going in their living room and bedroom and all of that. I mean, we were in their office. God, I mean, I didn't know what it was about, but there could have been anything laid about.
Exactly.
And you've got to be trustworthy, and you've got to trust your team, and you've got to trust the people that go with you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you have to. And so, and then Jill trusts us, and I'm pleased to say. But she enjoys it as well. So when when we do the Dun Cow, Jill's there, and she's very much a part of. She's in it. She's doing table tipping. She's shouting out. She's among it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she doesn't seem to think, yeah, but I'm going to be in the loft with Elaine, but where's Hannah? Do you know what I mean? You can't be like that. But that's their home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I had to laugh at the barman. He thought he'd moved bedrooms safely. No.
Yeah. Bigger mistake of the maker. Yeah, I'm not gonna be in that bedroom. I'm gonna be in the unhaunted one, because the spirits can't walk anywhere in the building. You think you shut the door, don't you? Shut the door on that. It's haunted out there. No.
Wait, me and Shana, we were sat in the kitchen near that bedroom where he was at, wasn't he? And we were hearing all sorts, and even like scratching on the door, for God's sake. I mean, we couldn't get in because it was his bedroom. Because he said he thought if we go in, it would make it worse. No, they were wanting to come out for us to go in.
Do you know something? He couldn't have picked a worse room either, because he picked that room. And the time before, we got that photograph that ended up in the papers of the man and the woman, and they were in that room. So he didn't do very well there. He'd have been better off sleeping out in the yard.
We heard, I mean, me and Shane, we just sat there on the floor, and when news lot were in like the attic, and we were hearing all sorts, and honest to God, it was it was like me and Shane said, oh, if he knew all this, he wouldn't want to be in there.
He didn't stay all night, did he? He only lasted an hour or so.
He took flight and went.
I think he'd had enough. I don't even know whether he came back, did he? I don't even know if he stayed at a mate's.
He did. I wonder if he's ever been back.
I don't know, I might have. Yeah, I've had that before. I've had somebody hand in the notice. A staff member has been with, was it the first time we went to Whitworth Hall?
Yeah.
Yes, that lad.
A young lad was with us, wasn't he? A kid.
Yeah.
A kid. He was 18, but I mean, he's still a kid to me. And he was in with us, and we caught that much. I'm sure he handed his notice in. I'm sure that next morning he jacked it in.
He was the only one that come down the well with us as well.
I know.
God bless him.
Oh my God.
Is that because we got told to get out?
Yeah. Get out of my bed, didn't he?
Yeah.
He went pale. I shouldn't laugh. Because do you know something?
Has it been took over yet, Elaine?
Yeah, I think so. But I don't know whether it's open. I don't know what the crack is. Oh, Jeanette's saying she remembers. Yeah, Jeanette, you were there. You were sat on the bed. Get out of my bed. He had a proper Cockney accent as well, didn't he? We've been to some good places, mind. I mean, I saw Roker Lighthouse the other day. It was on the North East News, and it was just, the pictures that people take, photographs. And I said to my mum, she must get so bored. And I said, hey, I've been there. I've been down that pier. Oh, have you? I think, just get a little bit more excited.
I know, I'm like that.
I've been. How many people have been to up Roker Lighthouse with a hard hat on and a pair of wellies, and they've trudged through that pier in water?
I know. You can't make it up, can you?
In the night.
Everybody you meet, I'm like, oh, you'll have to come with us spectre detectors and watch our footage. I'm trying to recruit for them to come. Honest, I'm even trying to get out Christopher, for God's sake.
Oh, you'll not get Christopher.
Oh, he's already said no. I said one day, son, one day.
Nah, you won't. But I mean, even we've been to the real Mary King's Close. I mean, that's unbelievable. We've been to Jack the Ripper, as everybody knows.
Your hand at Mary King's Close.
Oh, it was swelled.
Yeah.
I know. When I felt I know Cilla was there that night. When I felt a nail go through, and it went get fat like a pudding, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Strange. You couldn't make it up, could you?
No.
Well, ladies, we've been on nearly an hour. We'll all be divorced. It's been good to have a bit crack. You're getting excited about being divorced.
No, it's too much hassle.
Julie Hales, I've got a couple of friends who want to join us when possible. Julie, we're coming up that way. We're coming up Newcastle way. I know it's awful to think about it, but it's in October. I'm sure it's the 10th. Backworth Hall. Don't ask us. I've just put a thing on, actually. I've just put it on tonight, a poster. I'm with the time and that on. I'm sure it's an early one because it's a Sunday. I think it's 8 till midnight or something. We'll be there earlier because we'll have to set up.
Are we going to Jarrow, Elaine?
We are meant to be meeting Peter at Jarrow. He's going to show us all around the sites of Jarrow, and hopefully Miss Catherine Cookson. We might have and I think Mary Ann Cotton's got a few links there as well.
Nice. Love Mary with us.
So, don't call her that. It's Mrs. Cotton.
Mrs. Cotton, sorry.
Yeah, it is to you.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, call her Mrs. Cotton. Been listening to you all while making tea, Fiona. I know I haven't seen you for a while, Fiona. I hope you're keeping well. But yeah, we've put the world to rights for a little bit. We're going to start and do as well live feeds we're going to do live feeds on investigations, because I think, like prime example tonight when I was showing the shoelaces, we wouldn't have known that was happening if we weren't live, because I wasn't sitting looking at Leslie's feet.
No.
It was dark, and it was only when somebody said the shoelaces are moving. So I'm going to do live feeds where we can, because obviously some places won't like us going live. We're not going to be able to go live at private ones, because if we're going to shops and stuff, it's stock, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Got to be sensible. We are going to be doing at some point. What's this? Long story, Elaine, off work. All right. Oh, we don't like long stories, not when they're to do with work. We're going to be looking at the Aycliffe Angels, weather permitting. We'll go live then. Obviously, there'll be no Wi-Fi, and I don't know what the signal will be like, but where we can, we will. So if anybody hears anything through the portal or sees anything, they can screenshot it, you know, like you do when you watch yours, Hannah. You screenshot them and that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping we're going to be going UFO hunting at some point. No idea how to communicate with an alien, to be honest with you.
There was I've been watching thingy, it's called Unexplained Caught on Camera, where our capture was on the first episode.
Yeah.
And there was a fella, he was communicating with aliens. Hey, Elaine, if you'd seen them, you know, like Bill and Ben, how they spoke.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that, and people like, what, obviously where I watch, they were like, honest to God, you think,
Shana, you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to talk to them.
you'll have to watch it on catch up. You'll have a howl, communicating not.
Can't we just talk to them normally, like? I mean, when we went to the fairies, when we were away with the fairies, we didn't know how to talk to the fairies, but we didn't talk, you know, like
Bill and Ben.
Aye, like fairy, like we just talk to them. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Surely that's the same. I'm not. Do you know what though? I don't even. God, I sound like proper thick. But how do you even know they can communicate in English? Like, so say we've got the portal there, and we on a hot top of a hill, and we have this third encounter or whatever it's called, and then it comes through, and it's a load of gobbledygook, right? How do we know if that's alien or not?
I know.
How are we going to translate it?
And exactly, and how are we going to know what it's saying?
Well, this is where I couldn't get me. I mean, Jeanette said she watched that. It was daft. It was daft.
Do you know I'm not? Oh, you can just talk to them normally, Lou said. That's good. But honestly, it's like I hope they talk in English. Do you know what I mean? Because it's going to be a little bit of a wasted.
Well, actually, they're meant to be intelligent life form, aren't they? So I'm pretty sure they'd understand what we were saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope so. I mean, the fairies did. They understood. And what about if you get abducted, Shana? What am I going to tell Kev?
Oh, no, I ain't got time for that.
Oh, my God, let's not even joke.
Oh, I was missing for years and then come back and I'd only been gone like a minute.
I know.
Or the other way around. Oh, no. No, I don't.
It'll be fun trying, though.
It will be fun trying. Do you know something? I've watched Project Blue Book and all that, and I love it all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know when, like, they have, like, they're in the car, and the car shakes, and I'd crap myself. I really would.
I mean,
I'm joking here, but I know things can happen.
Well, I mean, look at Skinwalker Ranch.
I know, I love Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the next series to come back. See
I love
what's
all
happened.
That. But we are going to have to be careful, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, joking aside, and I know we have fun. We do take it serious. I know we take it serious, but we do have a laugh as we go on.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first to crap myself if like a beam comes down from the sky. Do you know, like in the same moment.
Yeah, we'll run because it's Elaine getting probed.
Yeah, I mean, you better not leave us. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Every
We'll
man
drag
for
you.
himself.
Every man for himself. Can we leave Bev? Can we all be just in agreement now that we'll leave Bev?
Yeah, she's not here.
We'll come back in 10 years, check on her.
Yeah.
Right, what's the last comment? It was so daft. I haven't watched it. Do you know something? I don't watch paranormal stuff. And the reason I don't watch it is because it's like a busman's holiday to me. Yeah. And I get myself frustrated. And I know there'll be other teams out there that watch our stuff and that think, what a pile of crap, you shouldn't be doing that. Because you think you're right. You think your way, because it works for you. So you think, like, so when they go in and getting back to the East Drive thing, when we were watching Nick Goff and all of that, and they doing this F and this and F and that, and oh my God, and I feel like this, and I think it's trying to take over me, and it's demonic and that. I just think nobody normal acts like that.
No.
You don't go into a play. I mean, I know it's for TV, and I get it. But you don't, they stood looking at the house, and we didn't stand looking at the house.
No. We don't scream either.
No. And I just think that's not how you do it. And then when people do things and call out in certain ways and all of that, I just think you don't really need to do that.
No.
I don't know. Send Bev back because she can talk the ears off. You're not kidding. Poor Bev. God love her. She's in the land of Nod now.
Oh.
I saw that and found it weird. Yeah, weird.
There's a lot of things that's on that programme, that, I mean, I've like seen a couple of things and I'm thinking, especially the one about the Dybbuk box, because there's a Dybbuk box on there, and I like sort of, I seen it and people were commenting on it, and I'm like, oh, this happened. And it was like somebody had cut the camera off, so whoever sent it in was making it seem real, but it sort of like when it supposedly fell out of the loft, this box, the camera was cut out because you can see where it's being doctored. So they all played it back and looked. They said, "God, that was quick!" Like, but. Would you open the one? I don't think so.
No.
No,
I'd leave it where I found it and let them get on. I wouldn't even take it out the building.
I mean, we've got some footage coming up in the summer on one of them programs. I'm not even sure which one it is. It sounds really bad, doesn't it? I signed the forms and everything for them to use it, and I can't even remember. I think she said it was August. I can't remember. And it's the dun cow, and it's where the doll was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And it moved. It fell. It knocked it. Can you remember? And we didn't know until we checked the footage.
Yeah.
But I sent her the whole unedited clip. Do you know what I mean? Where you can see that nobody's been near it. It was there for a good half an hour, something like that, before it was moved. I mean, surely if it had been put wonky, or it would have fell well before half an hour. And we were downstairs, nobody was even up there, so you can't even say the floorboards moved.
There was an orb as well.
Yeah, there was. And at first I thought it was a bug, but then I remembered it was January. There's not many bugs around in January. And it flew and it disappeared out the wall.
Yeah.
And that's happened before. That happened at the Hippodrome, if you remember.
Yeah.
Something flew at the Hippodrome at Bishop and it disappeared through the wall.
Yeah.
So whether it was that thing, maybe that was Spirit's way of kicking the doll off. Do you know what I mean? Maybe an orb passed, and I don't know. But I know that it wasn't natural the way it fell. So and I don't think they would play it on TV if they didn't think that it was, genuine.
Well, this is it.
Right. Well, before we go, I'll show that film of our figure from East Drive, just for the people that came in late. I'll play that again, and then I'll let you lovely ladies go to do whatever it is you'll be doing nails, you'll be doing crocheting, and I'm going to get my pajamas on because I've been decorating all day and I'm
Yeah, I'm
shattered.
going to get my pyjamas on.
But I didn't want to come on here and do this in my pyjamas. Although it would have been funny. You can't see even what I'm wearing. I might have been sat in my
No.
pyjamas.
No, I was going to say, you may as well have just been sat in your pyjamas.
I know. Right, I'll play this video. This is the figure from East Drive, and it goes from right to left, and it's see-through. So you can notice it more when it comes to the curtains, and I'll shout out when it gets to the curtains. So it's coming up to the door now. To walk past the door, to the chair, walk past, now it's to the curtains.
Awesome.
Did we see it then? That ended up being on TV.
It
But we
did.
didn't know about
Yeah.
it. It was only when
Until
Hannah,
I seen it.
it's only when Hannah rang me and said, have you checked the TV? Your footage is on. Right, so.
Yeah, and you couldn't claim it as yours.
I know. Well, unfortunately, when you hire East Drive, they have access to everything you
I'm
film.
not signing anything.
We
now.
didn't. Do you know what? We didn't the first time.
We
We didn't sign it because they didn't send me it. And the neighbour said, oh, it doesn't matter. So I could
Yeah.
have kicked up a little bit of a stink about that, to be fair.
You could have
But I
done,
didn't.
yeah.
It's not
But
worth
you've
it, is
got
it?
You've got the actual hard copy to prove
Yeah.
it's yours anyway.
And do you know something as well? I even said to him, the copy that he'd used was crap. It was a really bad copy that I filmed using my phone off the TV. I didn't even send him the proper copy.
Yeah.
So he's shared the crap copy when he could have had the really, really good copy. But if he'd asked me, I would have sent it to him.
I wouldn't care though. The expert on the show had said that it was brilliant phenomena.
Did they? I didn't watch
Yeah.
it. And do you know why I didn't watch it? Because
It was him from Happy Mondays, not Bez, the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you mean. Yeah.
Ryder, Sean Ryder.
Sean,
Yeah. It was
Even
him.
Jane, she said it was Thing and Kieran O'Keefe.
well, do you know something? I'm pleased you said, because I don't watch it. I don't watch it because I can't stand it when people criticise. And I know I should be more thick-skinned, but the amount, you know, that the photographs we've got of Spirit. I mean, especially Dean's from East,
Oh yeah,
Mary King's
Mary
Close.
King's Close.
I
Yeah,
mean, you can't get better than that. And and I daren't share it anywhere because you'll be amazed at how many trolls I get saying it's fake.
yeah.
It's doctored, it's this, it's that. I even applied to that, you know, the psychic place where they test your photos. I
Yeah.
even
Oh,
messaged
yeah.
them, never heard back.
Yeah,
I'm quite willing to have our photographs tested.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're all still original on the SD cards. They can
Yeah.
have exactly the one from the SD card that's in the cameras. I don't delete anything. But then people are always quite quick to say that's photoshopped.
yeah.
I am the least techno person. I wouldn't even know how to do that. I wouldn't even know how to superimpose a ghost onto a photo.
No, I wouldn't.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
mean, you know ourselves, Elaine, though, if we can debunk our own stuff, we will.
We will, I know.
We always look for something rather than thing before we say, oh, it's paranormal.
I mean, Dean's, luckily, he showed the guide on his camera and she nearly crapped herself. Can you
We
remember?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and luckily, when we've caught stuff, I've showed it to people on the night so they can see it's there, it's on the camera, it's first hand. It's, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not, you can't fake something on the night in the room with the people that were there when you just took the photo.
Exactly.
But I think it's because so many people now Photoshop things, and there's that many apps for stuff that you
Yeah.
can do these things, and it spoils it.
It
Spoils
does.
it for everybody else. You know, when people have got genuine photos. I mean, Dean's, they were reluctant to share it in the papers because it was too good. How
Yeah.
can you have a photo that's too good? And then like they'll share other people's, and I think I can't even see anything. But they
Yeah.
wouldn't share Dean's.
I know.
mean, the Northern
I mean,
Echo did.
Yeah,
Eventually.
I mean, the young girl, she seen it in a bedroom mirror when she was 15.
I know. And she knew who it was.
Yeah, she knew who it was. So
I know. But then I think it's because it was so real, wasn't it? Donkey jacket, flat cap,
Yeah.
all the features. You could see the guy. And I mean, it blew my socks off. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But then it's like, no, you can't show that's too good. Oh,
Yeah.
really? So what do you want then? Some blurry white thing in the back, and you'll print that. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, right, I'm getting off my soapbox.
Right.
It's been lovely to see you all.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. I'll be doing my show, the same one as I did the Ripper. And I'm joined by the lovely Jo Dutfield, who does lots of things to do with spirit. She's a tarot reader, a medium. She's a demonologist. Oh, yes, she is. And she's joining us at Weston-super-Mare. So we'll be having a big crack with Jo. And then the month after that, I've got Elaine Thorpe as my special guest. And I don't know if you've heard of Elaine Thorpe, but she does her transmediumship, and Jonathan comes through. And I don't know what we're going to do on the night, and I'm not promising that Jonathan's going to come through, because I don't know whether that's what she's got planned. But she's also a spirit artist. She does spirit art. So we'll be talking a bit about that as well. So there you go.
All good.
All good. All good in the hood.
It is.
Right. I'm going to go. Love yous and leave yous. And I'll be in touch with you too.
Okay.
About certain things. So I shall catch you all later.
Right. See you later. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.